So you're going to need 2 plastic storage bins. I chose 2 18-gallon Sterilite bins. You're going to cut one of them in half, as I have done here. Then you're going to slice the top rim off of one of them, drill holes inside to make your big giant plastic scoop, and this is really the only amount of holes you need to drill, and I'll demonstrate why that is later in the video. You're going to need a wooden dowel and a couple of screws to attach the wooden dowel as a handle here. You'll be discarding this other half unless you wish to make 2 litter boxes. In that case, you can buy a total of 3 bins, enough materials to make 2 litter boxes. Now inside I have the basket. You can see that the cutoff rim allows it to fit perfectly inside. And next we will be attaching our handle. This is the litter cube in its most basic, simplest form. If you want, you can stop right here at this point. You have everything that you need: the handle, the basket-like scoop, and the litter box. You could stop at this point if you're happy with your cat entering from the top and you're happy with discarding the lid. We will show you how to make a door and such on the front later on in this video, but at this point I'd like to demonstrate the box in its simplest form. I have a 40-pound bag of litter. I'm going to dump most of it in the litter box here. You want to put enough litter in your box to cover the inside corner. And I think we're going to be able to just use the whole entire 40 pounds. So the amount of litter you want to have in the box is enough litter that you can distribute it entirely into the scoop at one end. You can see down here, and you can also see the reasoning why you don't need any holes anywhere except for where I showed drilling them previously. You don't need holes up here for the litter to sift out of. It's not necessary. And here's the litter cube in its most basic form in action. First, tilt it, and you're going to sift it. I'll go ahead and turn this around so you can see everything. Lift it, dump it, and reset it. These are some of the tools that I will be using for creating the litter cube. I have a razor blade knife, utility knife, this special drill bit, a pencil, a drill, a ruler, some more blades, and a hacksaw. But you can use whatever you deem necessary for completing your project. Here's the blue one that I did earlier. It looks bigger than this one. It's just a little longer and a little shorter. So Sterilite bins, they come in many different sizes. These are both 18-gallon bins. This one I made a top entry bin, and you can see it kind of looks a little bit like a cat head there because the knife slipped, and so I just made another cut on the other side. So sometimes when you make a mistake, you can turn it around and make it something cool, like a little cat face. So here again, showing you that I've cut around the perimeter of the marking that I made for the door. I did some excess space, and no worries, because really this entire space is really not used when you're tilting all of the litter into the box, as I've shown in other parts of the video. But up at the corner here, you still want to get close so that you can have the handle as close to the middle as possible. That's where I prefer to have the handle, is as close to the edge as possible. For those of you who are doing a top entry or no entry at all, you can leave the handle exactly in the middle. But otherwise, you're going to want it as close to this the middle as possible without affecting the swinging door, if you have a swinging door, so that you can get a good grip on the handle and that it'll help gravitate the feces and pee and all that stuff down in the corner so you can dump and maneuver it easier. Next, you're gonna want to put the basket on the other side and make a repeat cut on the other side so that you can interchange the basket from either side. For a swinging door, I simply used a little bit of packaging tape. Pretty simple, but it actually works really well. It's clean, and I just tape it on one side and put it in. Leave a little bit of room at the top so that it can swing, otherwise it'll run into the plastic. And there you have your swinging door. Also, you can choose some kind of material that you don't mind punching holes in to put beneath your project. I used stacked cardboard. I find that pushing slowly, letting the drill eat its way in by itself, is the best way to cut these holes. If you push too hard, you're not going to see this circle being drawn by the blades. So just let the drill work itself in there. It's still going to go really fast, but you're going to get less straggly ends if you allow the outer blades to cut the circumference of the circle rather than pushing the drill through.